Hello Tankers, it's Mad and welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks Console and an episode I've owed you guys for a very long time. The Meaning of Mad Part 2. The episode where I answer your questions and try and give you something a bit more back than just uploading videos all of the time of the same old commentaries. Anyway, so before we get into that, I had quite a lot of Christmas messages in the comments section and I wasn't able to answer pretty much any of them because I just don't have the time these days, and that's one of the things I'm going to talk about later about the more subscribers you get, the more comments you get, and then the less time you get and the less chance of answering all those comments, and I feel really bad about it. So thank you guys for all the Christmas messages, New Year messages, blah blah blah, asking about my family and that. We're all good at the minute, thanks, hope you guys are too. Anyway, so like I said the other day as well, before we get into the questions, let me explain where I was. So, cast your minds back to Tankfest 2016. Yeah, a long time ago. I know some of you may not have been around since then, and some of you may not have memories good enough. Anyway, so I woke up on the morning of the Contributors Day, all excited, thought I'd double check that everything was charged, double check that all my memory cards were empty so I could record everything that day. So I switched on my laptop and it grenaded itself. All I had on the screen was a few garbled lines of some Windows error message and it would do nothing. So I cried for a bit, well not really, but you know what I mean, inside. I cried inside a little bit, jumped in my car, went straight down to PC World, which is where I bought it from. It was just inside warranty still. The guys down there are quite nice on the desk, so I popped down there, showed them my laptop, and after about an hour they were like, sorry, we reckon this is kaput. So I was like, oh no, what do I do? What is the point of making a Tankfest video if I can't do anything with the footage and can't upload it? So I put the laptop in for repair anyway, even though they said it probably wouldn't get fixed, and I delved into my pocket, which was quite empty already and was definitely empty by the time I left, and bought myself another laptop. And this time they persuaded me to buy the 2-year service plan, which I'm going to come on to more anyway. So Tankfest 2016 was saved, apart from I had no footage from any of the gameplays I'd played up until that point, so I lost everything. Yeah, so Tankfest 2016 happened and I started all over again, fresh recording and all that. Anyway, so roll on to a couple of months back, which is when I took my kind of enforced break. Yeah, so that laptop, I was going to have a little break from Tanks anyway because I was getting a bit burnt out from it. So I decided to take my little Tanks break opportunity to get a couple of things fixed on my new laptop. Anyway, I forgot to say, didn't I? A week after that last incident, PC World rang up and said my laptop was fixed and back. So I ended up with 2. Gave the other one to my missus. Anyway, I'm digressing already, aren't I? I need to stop doing this. Yeah, so during my little Tanks break a couple of months ago, decided to put my laptop in for repair under the 2-year service plan for some broken mouse keys on the scratch pad and a headphone jack not working. So I went down to PC World again in my car. Saw the nice guys there, put it in for repair, told them what was wrong, saw them wrote it on the service docket, and I said to them, please do not delete my data, because I do the YouTubes. And I saw the guy write it on the ticket. Anyway, roll on another week. PC World phone, laptop's back from repair, can we get it? So I went and got it, got the service chit, read the service chit, and it said, broken mouse keys fixed. No mention of the headphone socket, reinstalled Windows, blah blah blah, and my head just sunk to my hands. Turned it on, guys are stood there, Windows welcome message, time to set up your freshly installed laptop with nothing on it again. Yeah, that's right, they deleted my stuff again. Anyway, so I took it home, because what could I do other than have the data recovered, and it'd probably be all corrupted anyway, and I wasn't going to pay £80 to get my own data back. Yeah, so I took it home, reinstalled World of Warships, plugged in my headphones, no sound through the headphones, so they hadn't even fixed everything. So I put it in again, and this time A month rolled by, they had it for a whole month. They had 2 new motherboards, blah blah blah. They couldn't get the headphone socket working. I mean, PC World Team Know-How couldn't get the headphone socket working. Anyway, so I kicked off a massive stink. The manager said to ring the helpline, kicked off another stink on the helpline. And to be fair, the guy was actually quite helpful, and he offered to have my laptop written off on the spot, meaning I wouldn't get that laptop back, and I would get a voucher to buy an equivalent laptop. So, you know, I was a bit disheartened, but I decided to go with it. Anyway, roll on another week, no voucher or anything. So I phoned them, lady on the phone was like, oh, have you not had a text message with your voucher code? I was like, no. Okay, and she like, oh, here's your voucher code. Take this down to PC World, get your new laptop. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. And before she hung up the phone, I was just like, out of interest, how much is my voucher for? She said, £1,000. And I was like, oh, great, love it, thank you very much. That is definitely what my old laptop cost me to buy, and I shall buy the equivalent, obviously, which I didn't because it didn't cost me that much. And I went straight back to PC World and bought myself a really, really nice MSI laptop with a 700 wicked i7 processor thingy and a dirty great big GTX 1060 graphics card. So now I can play World of Warships with all of the graphics on maximum and play War Thunder with the graphics on maximum and get well over 100 FPS all of the time. It's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, so that story's over. I've lost everything. I've had to take an enforced break from playing World of Tanks, well, not playing World of Tanks console, but from recording anything, and I lost all of my stock of footage again. How frustrating. It's almost enough to make me not want to bother. But again, it's your comments from you guys that make me do. Anyway, so that took 7 minutes to explain where I've been. Time to get onto your comments. Right, so the first comment comes from Ossie Dunstan. It's one of my favourites actually. He says, just another wargaming cock jockey. Yeah, okay mate. I think you guys will agree. A lot of you come here for my straight talking, no BS attitude. Maybe at the start I did go along with the line. You know, all the updates, new premium tanks were amazing, blah blah blah. But I would say myself, along with Ben from the Big Guys, are actually some of the most critical about the game, and hope that our criticism changes it for the better. Anyway, that's enough I'm going to say about that one. Right, next up then, Clone Guy. Hello Clone Guy mate. Valued supporter of the channel, and I'm supporting your channel as well, I don't know if you've noticed. He says, good day to you Mad. Excluding YouTube, of course, what would be your dream job? There's only one real answer for that for me, and it would be an astronaut. I know it sounds like a bit of a thing a kid would say, but I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Tim Peake, the British astronaut that went into space recently and stayed in the space station for quite a long time. I'm really, really jealous of him. Before he was an astronaut, he was an Apache pilot. So, what more do you want out of life? Being a pilot, going into space, seeing some sights and views and just images of the galaxy and all that crap that you just can't see from down here. And just, what an amazing job, what's not to like about it? And I've even said to my missus quite a few times, when I die, I want to be put into a rocket and fired into space. Or if I had a sort of critical illness, I would volunteer for a one-way mission just to be shot into space and go and see what's out there. Yeah, so definitely astronaut. Right, Stephen says, have you ever lost in game, said something and then got banned? The answer is just, quite honestly, yes. I do rage quit, I do potty mouth, I do send some messages I probably shouldn't send, and I really do recommend that you don't do it guys, it's really not worth it. I think trouble is I'm a little bit older than the average gamer. I do get quite angry. I have had anger issues in the past. It's something you kind of get from being in the army for quite a few years, and sometimes I vent my frustration in ways I shouldn't, and you get comms banned. I've never had a full ban, but I've had some comms bans, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Next up, a question from a long-time supporter of the channel. It's Gardenhead. He says, are you all healed up from your stay in hospital? So a bit of background on that for you guys who don't know. I've had quite a few stays in hospital the last few years due to my service. I've had some quite major body parts replaced with titanium and crap like that. Loads of rehab and stuff. So although I'm healed up from my stays in hospital, one I nearly didn't get out of, I was in critical care for a couple of weeks. I'm as good as I'm going to get, basically. I will never run again. Can't play football with the kids or anything like that. But I'm healthy-ish, able to work now. And which is unfortunate because I can't play tanks as much. Yeah, but I'm pretty good, mate. Thank you very much for asking. And it's a pleasure to see you on the channel still. Right, here's a big question. Will you ever do a face reveal, Mad? Well, yes, I will. But also, a lot of you have already met me. Met a few of you at Tank Fest and stuff like that. And a couple of you I actually know in real life anyway. But yeah, I will do a face reveal. And I reckon 10k subs. I'll do a special with a face reveal. And then from then on, I might even do face cam vids and stuff like that. So, you know, 10k subs milestone. I'll start doing. I'll do a face reveal, and then I'll start doing face cam vids. Unless you don't like it, and don't like my face, and which case I won't. Next up is Phoenix Fury, and his question is: why did you choose to play tanks, and what inspires you to keep uploading, keep up the good work? Right. So first off, why did I choose to play tanks? Well, that kind of ties in with the hospital stay, some time at home. I used to play a lot of Forza. And I was getting a bit bored of that, so one of my friends recommended the World of Tanks console beta on the 360 right at the start, and that's where it all just kind of took off. I was into military history anyway, and it kind of tied in with that. And also, what was the second part? He says, and what inspires you to keep uploading? Well, here's the thing. YouTube, unless you've got millions of subscribers, YouTube is not an income for me. It is pennies. It doesn't cover my premium time. Nowhere near even covers the premium time. So to play World of Tanks, I'm actually at a loss. So the only thing that inspires me to keep uploading is you guys. I have no need to upload. I used to do the actual sort of production and stuff like that as something to keep my mind going in between operations. So now there's no real need to do it. The only reason I keep doing it is because I enjoy seeing the reaction from you guys. If I make a good vid, you guys all like it and give me good comments. If I make a bad vid, you all tell me it's shit, which I don't mind, because if you can't take criticism, you're not going to get very far in this life. And also I've made a few vids which really did rock the boat and cause some controversy. There may have been one video which I took down, which caused a little bit of drama. Yeah, less said about that, the better. Although there is a remake being remade again. I had made it. It was on the other laptop, which they deleted. A very, very funny video, which I was just sat there waiting for me to have the balls to upload it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Mr. Poutine says, Mad, I love your voice and your vids. Well, thank you for loving my vids. And I don't know, got a few comments about my voice. Is it that nice, is it? Because I actually hate the sound of my own voice. I'd quite happily change it for somebody else's voice. I think maybe Tom Hardy, or who's that old guy who does his Nespresso adverts? He's been in quite a few films, but his name completely has gone out of my head. You guys let me know in the comments. Yeah, alright, cheers. Next up is World of Console. I don't think it's the actual World of Tanks console, it's someone who's called themselves World of Console, so it could be any old game. They say, hey Matt, just wondering if you could give me some tips on starting a YouTube channel. I've done my first video and I thought it was pretty good, but sadly I have 6 views and 3 subscribers. Well, to be honest, 3 subscribers from your first video is not actually that bad. I would appreciate it so much if you would watch my video and give me some tips, as it's a little disheartening right now. Thanks so much. Right, so like I said, 3 subs off your first vid. That's not actually that bad, because you've had 6 views and 3 subs, which means half the people that viewed that video liked it enough to subscribe for more, and that is a really good success rate straight away. Right, so I will watch your channel. and I will give you some tips. But my main tip, without even watching it so far, is just to be yourself. When I first started, obviously watching other channels, I thought people wanted the same thing as them, just on console rather than on PC. It doesn't work like that. My first videos were quite frankly bloody awful, and it's because I wasn't being myself. And when I started to become myself, and it's really hard talking to a microphone and a screen. Once you get over that, your own personality starts to come out. You start to chat a little better, and the vids start getting better, and then it all just starts to happen. So yeah, just be yourself, dude. Ben Davis says, why did you join the army? Is it because you can't handle your drink, so being a submariner was out? Well, if your kind of ideal job is being hundreds of meters under the sea in a sealed container, breathing other sailors' farts for 6 months at a time, if that's your cup of tea, and then so be it. But for me, I'd rather sleep in a shell scrape and get woken up 20 times in the middle of the night to go and fight some pretend enemies and shoot blank rounds. Or if they don't afford blank rounds, just go pew 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 and all laugh. Anyway, yeah. Right, so A, laughing my ass off, says, hey Mad, with the introduction of the Gorilla 15, they did not remove the Waffle E100. What do you think of this? Well, I do think it's a bit silly. The Waffle was removed on PC for a reason, and the Gorilla's a really good tank, and I think single shot playstyle is much better for the game. It just stops people having their games ruined. So what do I mean by that? Well, let me try to explain it in my little head way. Imagine a load of you have fought tooth and nail to win a game. You get to the enemy spawn, and then you find a Waffle that's been sat there the whole game, thumb up arse, decides to play. He has 6 128mm rounds, or 4 150s if he was wanting to do that. So imagine there's 3 or 4 of you on low health. If you've got like 100 mils on the Russian tanks, 120 mils, you can do 400 alpha. He's got just over 2,000 hit points. You all hit him once, he's still alive. He blaps all of you and he wins the game. So he sat at the back of the map, did nothing all game, and then blats the 4 guys, you know, however many guys that have been fighting tooth and nail to win the game. You get to the cap, and then there's this humongous autoloader that can just do 3,000 damage in a clip and ruins your game. For me, that's not fun. So I wish they did remove it, or at least nerf it to 5 shots. I don't think we even got the 5-shot nerf, did we? So that's what I think about that. I've still got mine. I've almost got 3 marks of excellence on it. Maybe I will get the 3rd mark one day, but I don't even like playing it anymore. People aren't as scared of it anymore as they used to be. People used to run a mile when they saw a Waffle, but now everyone just loads HE. Fires off a shot, tries to break the gun. If you don't break the gun, you run away and do it again, or if you do break the gun, you just sit there and keep breaking the gun with HE shots to the turret and then kill it. So yeah, it's not such a big thing, I don't think, anymore. But it would be nice if we had more sort of comparison to the PC version. Right, so I think that'll do for me today, guys. We're getting near to the 20-minute mark, and if you're anything like me, I lose concentration after 10 minutes. So give me your feedback on this episode. Is it any good? Is it worth me doing any more? Because it does take quite a long time to screenshot all of your questions and cut them and choose which ones you're going to talk about. Please don't be offended if I didn't talk about your question. There were so many and I just picked the ones I liked at the time. Yeah, anyway, so give it a like if you did, guys. Give me your feedback in the comments section, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.